And let's begin by getting you an India Today news break on the Bengaluru Café bomber. He's been unmasked here on India Today. His face has been revealed for the first time here on India Today. Those are the pictures on your screens. The first clear image of what the suspect looks like, of what the bomber looks like. Remember that he travelled in a bus, got off very close to the Rameswaram Café, had a bag with him and then left the bag at the Rameswaram Café. So on the left of your screens are the very first images of him without a mask, of him without his face, completely covered by that cap and face mask. Remember that the NIA has also announced a bounty for any information regarding this suspected bomber. It is based on CCTV footage that authorities have gathered that this is the man who walked into Rameswaram Café on March 1st, left his bag behind and then quietly walked away, leading to that explosion that took place at about 1 in the afternoon, set off by a timer. Sagai Raj is joining us live with more details on this. Sagai, the first clear picture of the suspected bomber right now on our screens. Get us the latest on the investigation. There has been a roadblock, really, that authorities seem to have hit as far as identifying the suspect.
Absolutely. The authorities are trying different theories, especially the investigation which has done in the past, especially when it comes to Sharik and Ballari module of a terror suspect are being questioned in this particular case. As you see on the screen, the first images of a bomber who was seen at Rameswaram Café, and NIA as well as the CCTV suspect that he was a terrorist suspect who have planted the explosion inside Rameswaram Café. And the NIA has also announced a bounty of 10 lakh rupees for anybody whoever is trying to give any kind of leads in connection with this particular accused. As we speak now, the NIA team is across the state of Karnataka as well as in the other states. And yesterday, they had also conducted raids in many places. And day before yesterday, they had also conducted raids in prison on radicalization of all these small-time criminals into big terrorists. As we speak now, the investigation continued in the state of Karnataka by NIA as well as CCTV.
You know, just take us back to what happened on March 1st, Sagai. The pictures that we have is of the suspect on board a bus. Now, this bus he had taken all the way to Rameswaram Café, very close, I am told, and then walked up to the cafe, left his bag behind, and then once again headed back in an unknown direction. So that perhaps could give leads to the authorities of at least where he hails from if he is a Bengaluru resident.
See, Akshita, the fate of Bengaluru is like this, because if you travel for 1.5 hours, you can cross Bengaluru city and go to a different state, especially Andhra, Telangana and Tamil Nadu. It is easy for him to reach within 1.5 hours. And probably that is one of the reasons that the police are searching in all the neighboring states as well. Yes, on March 1st, he had planned to keep the bomb exactly after 1 hour from the time he leaves Rameswaram Café. And it also explodes exactly according to its timer, which was being fixed. And after that, the police started to investigate every single angle, including the Bengaluru blast accused Sharik, where they have questioned him if there is any kind of connection, if there is any kind of network that he has. If you notice, the module and the modus of operandi seem to be quite similar when it comes to Rameswaram Café blast as well as the Bangalore blast. The only difference is that he had carried in a cooker. In this, he had carried in a bag. So the NIA as well as CCB are continuing their investigation, and they are trying to find every single angle and every single theory, and they are questioning people who are connected with Sharik and other people who have been arrested in the past.
Yeah, so they do believe that there's a link between what happened in Mangaluru earlier in Bengaluru as well. There are questions about whether it's linked to what happened in Coimbatore as well of a car blast. Thanks very much, Sagai, for joining us with all of those details. Exclusive images on your screens there. For the first time, the suspected bomber seen without that mask and cap. So it gives you a sense of how he looks. As I mentioned, the NIA has already announced a reward for any information that anyone can provide on the suspect.